Hello. We have been going over the 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. You are watching this on the Hologoy channel of YouTube. I'm a Hologoy, and you can be one too. 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. We have just finished reviewing 6 of the prophecies as they appear in the book of Leviticus. But then I want to know more about the book of Leviticus. What is this book? I look at it, I see a lot of instructions, a lot of ritual, a lot of things regarding sacrifice, regarding purity. And I ask myself, what's this doing in the Bible? I thought the Bible was instructions about how we are to live our life. Why is this here? To get a better understanding of why the book of Leviticus is here, if you go back to the book of Genesis, in the beginning God created. God created everything that is. He creates it, He populates it with lots of material, with trees, with animals, and then He creates a man. The man is given, part of the Spirit of God is breathed into the man. And then God gives the man instructions. Take care of this. What happened was the world still had work left to be done. You still have to take care of the garden. It isn't just an automatic. God wanted man to work with Him, to partner with Him in the ongoing work of creation. It didn't take long before Adam took a shortcut. He didn't like the instructions the way God had given it to him, and he decided to kind of shave things a little and try to jump ahead and get the work done according to how he thought it should be done. God said, no, it doesn't work this way, and basically told Adam, I'm sorry, you can't do this now. You can't do it this way now. A number of generations passed. A man called Abraham came forward, and God saw in Abraham the kind of worker that He wanted. A person that would follow the rules. A person that would do things according to how God would say to do it, not do things according to how He thought it should be done. In the book of Exodus, we see Abraham's descendants being drawn out of the world, being taken out of the world, brought into the desert, and meeting with God in a very open heaven kind of an encounter, a way that has never been seen before or since on earth. A encounter with God where God said, okay, I'm giving you the nation of Israel, the Jewish people, I'm giving you this task that I originally gave to Abraham. The book of Leviticus, the next book in the Bible, the one we're just now looking at, is the core of the instructions given to the Jewish people. It involves sacrifice. It involves a large area on purity. And it involves more instructions regarding the festivals, the activities to be done during the year. It's a lot of instructions. Fortunately for us Gentiles, we don't have to follow all these instructions. It's like God is giving us a bit of a pass. He says, okay, I want the Jewish people to do what they need to do, and the rest of us are able to benefit from it. The same way that a garden can benefit from the hard work of a gardener. There is some sacrifice that we as Gentiles are allowed to give, and if we look at the first chapter of the book of Leviticus, it outlines the sacrifice that we are not only allowed but encouraged to give. And that sacrifice is the burnt offering. It's the sacrifice which says, I'm giving everything totally up to God. I know that this sacrifice is acceptable, because if he must present it at the entrance to the tent of meeting, so that it will be acceptable to the Lord. If I do what I'm supposed to do, it will be acceptable to the Lord. There's no question about it. It says it right here. And I also know that this is the right thing to do. It is a burnt offering, an offering made by fire, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. So I know that I can give something that will be acceptable to God and will be pleasing to God. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. There is another belief regarding the book of Leviticus. If I look at the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 1, the law is only a shadow of the good things that are coming, not the realities themselves. For this reason, it can never, by the same sacrifices repeatedly, endlessly, year after year, make perfect those who draw near to worship. So according to the book of Hebrews, the book of Leviticus is just something that was a foreshadowing, and it really didn't work, but it was just kind of a stopgap system that, that was put in place for 1,000 or so years until the real thing came along. I want to reread the book of Leviticus here. In chapter 1, verse 3, if the offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he is to offer a male without defect. He is to present it at the entrance to the tent of meeting, so that it will be acceptable to the Lord. It says right here, this is going to be acceptable to the Lord. And it goes on to say it's going to be a pleasing aroma to the Lord. I don't know why in the book of in the book of Hebrews, it's saying, no, it doesn't really work. We have another system. It's much easier. You don't have to go through this hard work. We have a shortcut. Try this other route into the Holy of Holies. The book of Hebrews is the forbidden fruit that Adam took. Adam took a different route to God. Adam thought, hey, I can do a shortcut. I don't have to do the hard work. I can do things the way I want to do it. But God said, no, that's not the path to take. The path to take is found in the book of Leviticus. We Gentiles, we benefit when the Jewish nation follows the book of Leviticus. The benefits to this world come through their service to God. Today the temple does not exist. They cannot give the sacrifices exactly the way that it's described. However, the sacrifices have been transposed the same way you change a musical composition. If you have music that is of one style and for one instrument, and you can transpose it into a different style for different instruments, it's still the same music. The sacrifices shown in the book of Leviticus has been transposed into the prayers that are prayed by the Jewish people today. We need to encourage them and urge them to pray their prayers and to do their work, to wear the phylacteries, and to continue in a way that brings benefit to us all. And any other system is only going to cause disruption, whether it be the forbidden fruit of Adam or the forbidden fruit of the book of Hebrews. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.